What if the thing holding you back from real clarity isn't laziness, isn't a lack of discipline, isn't even motivation, but the fact that you're giving too much of yourself away? Every day, you speak when silence would serve you better. You react when you should pull inward. You scatter your attention across 100 things that don't matter, while the one thing that could change everything waits quietly in the corner, unnoticed. The ancient Stoics understood this. They practiced it relentlessly. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't complicated. But it quietly separated those who drifted through life from those who led it with unshakable clarity. Today, you're going to discover the habit that changes everything. It's not what you think. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you practice it, everything begins to shift faster than you expect. If you're done letting the world pull you in every direction, drop no more distractions in the comments. Let's begin. Let's be honest about where you are right now. You wake up, and before your feet touch the floor, your hand reaches for your phone. Messages, notifications, news, someone's opinion about something that has nothing to do with you, another crisis you can't control, another voice demanding your attention. You scroll, you react, you absorb, and without realizing it, you've already surrendered the first hour of your day to forces outside yourself. At work, it's the same story. A meeting that could have been an email, a colleague unloading office drama, a notification every few minutes, fracturing your focus. You're busy but not effective, moving but not forward, always catching up, never fully present. And then there's the talking. You talk about your plans. Before you've taken the first step, you share your struggles with people who don't have solutions. You defend yourself to critics who will never be satisfied. You explain, you justify, you announce, you broadcast, all of it in search of validation, approval, reassurance that you're on the right path. But here's the brutal truth. Every word spoken too early leaks energy. Every unnecessary explanation drains momentum. Every time you check what others think, before checking what you think, you hand over your power. You're living in reaction mode. You're not directing your life. You're responding to it. And deep down, you know it. You feel the scatter. You sense the drift. You recognize that despite all your effort, you're not moving with the clarity and control you once imagined for yourself. The Stoics had a name for this. They called it living outside yourself. It's the habit of letting external events, other people's opinions, and the noise of the world dictate your inner state. It's the opposite of sovereignty, the opposite of freedom. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in Rome, wrote in his private journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you'll find strength." He didn't write that because he had mastered it. He wrote it to remind himself, because even emperors fall into the trap of reacting, of seeking validation, of forgetting where real power lives. Most people never escape this trap. They spend their lives in response mode, letting the world set the agenda, speaking too much, thinking too little. They chase goals they don't even want, because someone else told them those goals mattered. And here's the painful part. They're capable of far more. They have intelligence, potential, time, but they never focus it, never harness it, never turn the spotlight inward, and ask the only questions that matter. What do I control? What do I want? What can I do right now? Instead, they talk, they react, they scatter, and years slip by. You don't want that. If you're still here, still listening, it's because something inside you is ready for a different way. You're tired of the noise, exhausted by the performance, done giving your energy to things that don't serve your growth. You want your time back, your focus back, yourself back. And here's the good news. You don't need permission. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to wait for the right moment. You only need to understand one thing. The habit that changes everything isn't loud, isn't dramatic, doesn't require announcements or approval. It's the opposite. It's quiet, internal, invisible to everyone but you, and it begins the moment you make a single decision to focus on yourself and stay silent. So, what does this actually mean? Focusing on yourself means redirecting your attention to the only things you control: your thoughts, your actions, your responses, your effort, not outcomes, not opinions, not algorithms, critics, or competition. Just you. Staying silent means resisting the urge to speak too soon, to announce intentions, to seek validation, to react impulsively. It means holding your energy until speaking serves purpose, not ego. This isn't isolation. It isn't refusing to communicate. It's being strategic with your words and ruthless with your attention. The Stoics live this. Epictetus, once a slave, taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." He didn't complain about his chains. He didn't broadcast his suffering. He focused on what he controlled, his mind, and stayed silent about the rest. Seneca wrote, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Pause, silence, space. That pause is where your power lives. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, confine yourself to the present. Stop replaying the past. Stop worrying about the future. Stop imagining what others think. Just this moment. Just the next right action. Our modern world pulls you the opposite way. Social media rewards constant output, instant reactions, public performance. Availability is glorified. Busyness is praised. Silence is misunderstood. But here's the truth no one tells you. Every immediate reaction weakens your ability to respond wisely. Every premature announcement dilutes execution. Every search for external validation trains dependence. Focusing inward and staying silent is the antidote. In practice, it looks like this. You wake up and don't touch your phone. 5 minutes of silence. No input, no output. You ask, what matters today? What do I control? What's one meaningful step I can take? When criticized, you pause. You assess. If there's truth, you use it. If not, you release it. No defense. No wasted energy. When tempted to announce a goal, you resist. You build in private. You let results speak. When chaos erupts, you observe. You breathe. You separate what's controllable from what isn't. This isn't passivity. This is discipline. Zeno, founder of Stoicism, said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Listen more than you speak. Observe more than you react. Because silence creates space. Space for clarity, insight, strategy. When you stop broadcasting, you start building. And something remarkable happens. You notice patterns you missed before. You hear signal beneath noise. You see what matters and what only pretends to. Your words gain weight. Your actions gain precision. Your confidence grows, not from approval, but from alignment. You stop explaining yourself. Stop defending. Stop scattering energy. You simplify. You focus. You execute. And the paradox appears. The less you speak, the more you're respected. The less you react, the more powerful your presence becomes. Most importantly, you respect yourself because you're living by your standards, not the world's.